everybody, it's Gemma here from Made by Gemma Crafts at KDK. Thank you for joining me again today. Now today is day number 4 in my mini series of 5 Fab Fast cards. Every day I'm going to be doing a different theme for you, and today I have made a sympathy card. Now I've chosen to include a sympathy card for my little mini series because they're often quite difficult to make. No one particularly likes making them, I know I don't. But needs must. So this one here has been made with the Rose Wonder stamp set. So I've used the With Sympathy, the small flower, the leaf, and also on the inside of my card I have stamped You're in My Thoughts and Prayers as well. So to make this card you're going to need, I've got a piece of Whisper White cardstock, which is what we're going to stamp and do some score lines to emboss. If I just show you on the card, we're going to do that on the front of our card. And also I've got another piece of Whisper White which we're going to stamp our small flowers on and cut them out. To layer for my card, I've got a piece of basic grey cardstock that is 4 inches by 5 3/4 of an inch. So that's going behind, and then I've just got an A6 card blank which was in my stash. The card blanks are great for making quick cards because all you need to do is put a front together and you're well on your way. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my piece of Whisper White, which I'm not sure if I gave you the measurement for, but this is 3 3/4 by 5 1/2 inches. As always, all the measurements and everything will be on my blog, and the link to that will be in the description box below. So I'm just going to get my scoreboard. I'm going to turn my piece of cardstock over, and I'm going to do my first score line at 2 3/4, then 3 inches, and then 3 1/4 inches. So I've got 3 score lines coming down here. I'm then going to rotate my piece of cardstock, so I've got the long side at the top, and then I'm going to start scoring at 3/4 of an inch, 1 inch, and 1 1/4 inches, like so. And then you see we've got our detail score embossed effect on the front of our card. So let's pop the scoreboard out the way. Now we can do some stamping. So I'm just going to pop a little post-it note over this corner of the card, just because I'm going to use the longer leaf stamp. I'm only going to ink up the first half of the stamp. So I'm just going to do that in some smoky slate ink. So I'm just going to ink up the top of my stamp. And then I'm just going to put this at an angle and stamp it down about here. Ooh. There we go, so that's a little leaf stamped in. Did get a little bit of ink on the front of my card, but we're going to be popping our flowers on, so we don't need to worry about that too much. Then I'm going to use my sentiment now. I'm going to ink that up, again in smoky slate, and I'm just going to put that on the top right hand side of my card. Then while we are doing some stamping, I'm going to grab my card blank first and stamp inside. So I'm just going to use the You're in My Thoughts and Prayers stamp and pop that in the middle on the inside. And then also on our little piece of Whisper White, I'm going to stamp the small flower as well. I'm going to stamp that twice. Right, just like that. So that's all our stamping done now. So I'm going to close up my ink pad, grab my paper snips, and I'm just going to cut out my flowers. This is quite an easy shape, not too intricate to cut out. I'm just going to go around. Now there is a coordinating die set with the Rose Wonder dies, stamp set, sorry. I can't remember whether it's got a tiny flower die in it or not. And I haven't actually got the dies yet. So I just decided just to fussy cut this little flower out for our card today. There we go. Just cutting round neatly as I can. And the little paper snips and Stampin' Up! Are great for little cutting out small images, because they do cut right to the very tip of the blade, which is really good. There we go. And as you'll see, I'm rotating and moving the card rather than the scissors. So I'm trying to keep my right hand, which is holding my scissors, really still. Just doing small movements with the blades to cut, and then most of the movement is being done with my left hand and the card. And there we go, we've got both of those cut out. So all we need to do now is pop our card together. So if we bring our bits and pieces in, I've got my card blank. I'm just going to use some Tombow to put mine together. I'll start with my Whisper White front. Just layer that onto the basic grey. A little snag on this one. Let's just trim that off. There we go. Then I can just mount this one onto my card blank. There we go, make sure we're up the right way. There we go. That little wiggle into position. There we go. Push it down. Now we can pop our little flowers on. The first one I'm going to use some glue and stick it straight down onto my card, and then the second one I'm just going to use a couple of the new little mini dimensionals on the back of it, just to give it a bit of height. And I'm just going to pop that one just there. Now to finish my card, I've got my clear Wink of Stella pen, and I'm just going to add in a little bit of shimmery detail in the middle of the flowers. And then just on the inside of our little leaves. Like that. And there we have our card complete. So that is a nice and quick, simple one for you there. You know, try and give that a little turn to the side if you can see the Wink of Stella shimmer on there or not. I hope you can. But there we go, there are our cards, and you can make a few of these to keep to one side so you've got one ready to post out as and when you need them. As always, as I said, all the measurements and a full list of the items that I used on my card today will be on my blog, and also the shop now button will be, the link for that will be in the description box below as well. And I will be back tomorrow with day number 5, our final day of my mini series, my 5 fast cards. So thanks for watching today, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks, bye.